I spent 402 days in the 4th highest crime rate country in the world. And this is how dramatically my life has changed in the last year.
Tulum, Mexico. 2 tourists were caught in the crossfire of a shootout.
I'm going to Mexico tomorrow.
Step 1. When you don't have any money, go and get an interest-free credit card. Step 2. Go and buy a MacBook Pro so that you can work online. Step 3. Buy a plane ticket that costs over £1,000 to get to Cancun, Mexico.
Bye, Inglaterra. Adios, baby Max.
So that is my total trip to Playa del Carmen. Before coming to Mexico, I never actually lived out of home. And making one decision to go on a 1-month vacation turned my life around 360 degrees. Have you ever had someone close to you in your life try to convince you that something's dangerous? Don't go to Mexico, there's the cartel. They're gonna rob you, they're gonna kill you. Shut the fuck up. Watch this video. Well, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Mexico is actually the 4th highest crime rate country in the whole world. And I thought, what better place to come? It was the only place I could get in after the pandemia. Yet I feel safer here than I have walking through the streets of London in the UK. And I'm sure even many areas in the US also. Now, anywhere you go in the world, there's gonna be violence, there's gonna be drugs, and there's gonna be suffering. I've had fights in 3 different countries.
You wanna know what tough looks like? I'm the definition of tough.
All right, go for it, tough guy.
Yet I've never once had a fight in Mexico. Now, let's face it, that comes down to mentality, not where you are in the world. So Mexico is one of those countries that has a rap for being dangerous. Yes, of course they have a cartel. But every single country you go to has a cartel. But so-called first world countries mask the word cartel with different names. At least here in Mexico, they're honest about it. But obviously, like anywhere you go, there's gonna be an aspect of danger. So even in a small town in the UK, I've had things stolen from me. I've had knives waved around in my face. So why do most people think leaving a safe, small town in a first world country is so catastrophic? Large word, Max. I know, and that's just one perk of moving to Mexico. It's really not, I just made that up. Catastrophic has got to be the most English word when you think about it. Oh, darling. Catastrophic that event was. So although I said I spent 402 days here and I survived, I didn't spend 402 consecutive days here. Can spend 6 months at a time. So after leaving the UK for 1 month, I realized I like this place. I want to stay. There's nothing scary about this place. I'm meeting some amazing people. I'm really enjoying it. I sold everything that I owned in the UK. Not everything, most things. And the rest of the stuff I just left with my mum and stepdad. Thanks guys, love you. But moving to a country where I didn't have any friends and I didn't speak the language, most people would say that's a stupid idea. Although I would say it's allowing me to step outside my comfort zone. Something what I want to encourage you to do by the end of this video. So make sure that you stay to the end, and as you enjoy it, subscribe. I've had months where I couldn't afford rent and I had to borrow money. I literally last year sold my car and spent all of that money on rent because I couldn't afford it. Wrote down a list yesterday of things that make me feel abundant. So if I ever feel like I'm lacking or I ever feel like I'm not gonna make the money, then I can just start to do those things that make me feel abundant, so then I will start to generate more abundance in my life. I've had days where I was brokenhearted from girls that dumped me.
My heart's like broken right now.
Yet after all of these things, I come to realize the reason why I have a bulletproof mindset and how you can get one too. It's all because I've gone through these difficult things. I'm out of cash. I'm trying to make these YouTube videos. I can't think straight. This isn't working, but I'm finding a way. I'm getting creative. I'm seeing what works for other people. I'm trying to make this work because this has to work. I don't have a choice. Because I force myself to do difficult things. So when difficult things come up, they don't seem as difficult. And I want to give you a quick analogy here. When you lift a weight in the gym, it doesn't matter how much the weight weighs. What matters is how strong you are to be able to lift it. The weight will always stay the same. Therefore, danger, what everyone talks about, don't go here, it's so dangerous. Have you heard of the gunshots in this country? Oh, I wouldn't go there. Danger is 90% mindset. You need to be logical with it. Of course, there are countries that are incredibly dangerous and you shouldn't go to, because 10% definitely is circumstance. But if you have that mindset and you go through life with that mindset, then you won't walk into danger. You will walk straight through it and avoid it. So there was a study that was done with criminals and the type of victims that they look for. And what it goes to show is how to hold yourself, especially when you're in a place that could have danger in it.
How many muggings have you done?
I've done over 100.
What type of person do you look for when going to rob someone or pickpocket someone?
Anyone alone. It didn't matter whether it was a man or woman. If they wore like shaggy clothing, like gym clothes or a gym bag, I wouldn't bother.
People who look like they won't fight back. 31% checked that box. 23% said they wanted people who looked lost or drunk.
First few things they look for is someone who's lost and someone who looks vulnerable. Therefore, if you're walking through life with purpose, my friend, you're not going to be taken advantage of. And if you feel like you're a black sheep in your family, your friend group, or maybe people just don't understand or relate to you, one of the great things about going somewhere completely different is most likely the other foreign people that are there have the same thought process of you, so you can relate to them instantly. I've never met so many people that have an online business. And here's what I've gained over the 402 days I've spent in the 4th highest crime rate country in the world. Got a completely new perspective on life, on how to be happy. Happiness is really simple. The less you have to worry about, the happier you will be.
Let's hit the gym, baby. Let's go feel good. Let's go get those endorphins.
That's a fact. Now, I'm not saying don't strive and aim for money, because I'm still aiming for money. I'm still aiming for fame.
So subscribe and help me help you.
That's part of my business and what I want to do. But what I'm not willing to do is go all the way to somewhere like LA to get famous, where it's known that people will step on you and you may have to step on other people to get what you want in life. I may be taking the longer journey, but I'm happier as I'm getting there. I've learned Spanish y yo entiendo español. No es perfecto, pero es posible para mí. Entonces, yo hablo más español todos los días. There will be a video coming out very soon about Spanish, so keep your eyes open for that. And if you're watching this in the future, go and check this one out. I've got great friends and I've learned so much about people from all different continents, all different countries in the world. And you understand different cultures, which in my opinion is one of the most important things that I think everyone should do. Stop being so square-minded. Go out of your country, change something for a while. It doesn't have to be for years, just even for a few months. Get perspective in life. I've gained a whole new level of confidence that's changed me into the person that I am today and what I really believe to be a real man. I get everything that I want with respect. Some things take longer than others, but I always get what I want because I'm determined as well. And also a knowing that I'm always gonna live in the sun, because this guy, he needs the sun. You can probably see, maybe my head's a bit shiny. I just love the sun, man. The sun's the best thing ever. The sun is my favorite thing in the world. So if you feel as if you are in your comfort zone and you want some massive dramatic changes in your life, next week I want you to take on a challenge and push yourself to your limit by watching this video here and following along.